Hey, welcome to my journey. I thought we would do us a Motivational Monday. I've been sitting back here working on that menu, and I was like, well, it's Monday. We should do a Motivational Monday, but I'm here to tell you I wasn't feeling motivated. Nothing could come to my mind. There was no subject in my mind. There was nothing I felt like looking up on Google, nothing I felt like looking up on Healthline, because y'all know I like that website for information. No subject matter even came to mind. And then I remembered right here in front of me was this little yellow book. Remember we went through and just picked one out the other week? So I thought I would do that off camera. I would just go through and pick one out. And then if it wasn't something I felt like I could talk about, then we wouldn't talk about it. But the one that I came to, this one right here, oh my goodness, it is a good one. This is a little Believe and Succeed book. I looked in the back. It's from 2010, and it's from Blue Mountain Arts. Now, let me tell you, the one we did last week, talking about 1 year from now, are you going to be kicking yourself? Are you going to be thanking yourself? You know, that big long thing that I got from the guy off of TikTok and on Instagram? I typed it up because one of my subscribers, Tammy, she wanted it. And so I emailed it to her because I have her email. If you want it, email me. My email is in the description box. Don't message me. Email me. That way I will have your email to send it back to you if you would like to have a copy of it to reread. I will do the same for this if you express an interest. If you let me know that you would like this typed up, then I will do that. So I put my little sticky note here so I wouldn't lose my page. Believe that you can and you will. Every goal that has ever been reached began with just one step and the belief that it could be attained. Dreams really can come true, but they are most often the result of hard work, determination, and persistence. When the end of the journey seems impossible to reach, remember that all you need to do is take one more step. Stay focused on your goal and remember, each small step that will bring you a little closer. When the road becomes hard to travel and it feels as if you'll never reach the end, look deep inside your heart and you will find the strength you never knew you had. Jason Bloom. Oh my goodness. Does that pertain to us that are, trying to lose weight? This here begins with one step. Golly, that's my exercise right there. It begins with one step. I tell you, it has not become a habit to me yet. It is hit or miss, mostly miss. But it starts with that one step, and that one step is the hardest one to make. You just have to make it. If I just start it, then I'm fine. But it's the getting started part. That's the hard part. The belief that it can be attained. We have to believe. I mean, if you're sitting around, and y'all know I'm a negative Nelly, you never think as much as I laugh that I'm negative and pessimist. You would not believe it, but I am. I'm a pessimist. I think the glass is half empty. I expect the worst to happen. That way, when it does, I'm not surprised. I believe in jinxing. The whole 9 yards. I'm not this rainbows and sunshine. I just laugh a lot. I laugh a lot for joy, for just because something's silly, just because something is funny to me. And I laugh a lot out of nervous laughter. That's a lot of my laughter too. I have laughed in some very inappropriate situations and I couldn't help it. It was my nerves. My nerves were reacting that way and I couldn't help it. So, and then I laugh at myself when I think I'm being funny. Which I know half the time I ain't. But anyway, we got to take that first step. If if it's exercise for you, if it's tracking for you, forget about it. Don't even talk about tracking to me. Just don't. I have done terrible in the tracking department. I am supposed to be tracking my protein. That's not hard to do. I'm just not doing it. And I got to take that first step. If it's eating right, take the first step. If it's quitting something, take the first step. Let's say you want to quit drinking drinks. Y'all call it soda or pop, whatever. I call them drinks. You want to quit drinking drinks. The first step is to just maybe one a day. And then you're easing yourself into it. Your first step could be giving all your drinks away to somebody and getting them out of your house. Your first step could be, well, I don't have any more, but they're on my grocery list. Take them off your grocery list. So there's all kind of things that we need on this weight loss journey to take a first step for. Just plug in the blank, whatever your first step would be. Okay, now this says, dreams really can come true, but they are most often the result of hard work, determination, and persistence. Yeah, I can sit here and dream of being thin and taking all these little trips and walking places and doing all that, and I can dream until the cows come home, and it ain't gonna happen unless I put the work in. I can't do I dream a genie and it just happened. Just cross my arms and just do that. Did I get thin and I missed it? No. It takes hard work. It takes determination. We got to be determined we're going to do this. And I'm telling you, I'm working on that. My determination has fallen to the wayside. I'm not as determined as I was. I'm getting better this week than I was the previous week and the previous week to that. So this week has been better. I've got more of a determination in my mind. I've just got to get that, put it into practice. And persistence. We got to be persistent. We've got to be persistent. We cannot let up. We have to keep going after the goal, the prize, whatever it is you want to win at the end. We've got to keep striving for that. We can't just, like me, okay, I'm going to exercise today. Woohoo, I feel so good. Well, if I don't have any persistence to it, I'm not going to do it the next day. And then I'm not setting a habit. I'm not setting a good, healthy habit. I'm not I'm not being determined. I'm not putting in the hard work. And boy, it's hard. I'm going to tell you. Somebody said it, and I always say old age ain't for sissies. Somebody said this whole weight loss thing ain't for sissies. Well, it sure ain't, because I'm going to tell you what, it's hard. And whether you got 200 pounds like me to lose or 50 pounds to lose, we still fight those same battles. Your battle will be over quicker than mine, so that's a good thing for you. But until you get and win that battle, you've got the same struggles I got. So we can't discount, well, you ain't got as much to lose as me. You don't even know how it is. Well, yeah, they do know how it is. They still got to go through the same thing as us bigger girls got to go through. We just have to go through it longer. That's the only difference. When the end of the journey seems impossible to reach, and I'm going to tell you, it does sometimes. It seems impossible. It seems like even with weight loss surgery, it seems like it's never going to happen because I am the one screwing it up. I am the one who is not following directions the way I should. I'm the one who's not eating all the protein and leaving the carbs out. Well, I've done better this past week, most of it anyway. But I'm the one who's doing the work or the not work. It's me. And so it feels like I'm never going to reach the end, but I've only got myself to blame. Remember that all you need to do is take one more step. There you go. There's that step. So If I exercised today, which I didn't, I just got on up. See, it's not a habit yet, and I don't think of it because I hadn't done it in so long. It was not on my radar. And so I've not done it persistently enough to get it on my radar so that, okay, every day I know that I'm going to exercise. I'm not there yet. But the next step, that's the next step, is to do it and do it regularly. So anything that is on your list, just take one more step towards that goal. Take it a step at a time. I mean, a step at a time, a meal at a time, an exercise session at a time, one walk to the mailbox at a time, one walk up and down your hallway at a time, one saying no to something at a time, one eating less in a meal at a time. There's all kind of things we can do to get to where we need to get. And there's all kind of little things that we need to keep our eyes on. Stay focused on your goal and remember, each small step will bring you a little closer. It's like we say in money, pennies add up to dollars, don't they? Listen, when I'm out and about and I see a penny, I'll pick it up, heads up or not. Find a penny, pick it up, and all the day you'll have good luck. But it has to be on the heads up. I don't care. I don't care what the heads or the tails is. It's a penny, and I'll pick it up. I figure if you too lazy to bend over and pick up a penny, you got more money than you need, so send me some. That's it. Those pennies, they add up. Maybe it'll take a while. It's taken me a while, but they do eventually add up. Every time you add one to the jar, then you add another one to the jar, and before you know it, that jar fills up and you got dollars. So all these little steps that we take, they do get us closer until eventually they're going to get us to that goal. When we're eating the right things and we're exercising like we should, doing all the tracking, all the little things that we deem important to us in our journey. Everybody don't do the same thing. I know some people don't have to weigh and measure, and that's something I got to get back to. I got to take that first step, weighing and measuring. I got my stuff right in here on the counter, and I'm still not using it, but I've got to start using it. Period. Bottom line. End of discussion. I've got to go back to weighing and measuring my food and not eating no more than that at a time. So when the road becomes hard to travel and feels as if you'll never reach the end, I'm going to tell you what, oh my Lord have mercy. This is a hard road to travel. I've had emotional upsets in my life that have been hard. And at the time, I didn't think I'd ever get through it. I did not think my heart could hold the grief and the pain. I thought it would explode and the end would never come. That was hard. But eventually, your heart starts to heal and you can look back at certain things with fondness. You still miss the person. If I'm talking about a death, obviously you still miss them, and obviously you can still cry at the drop of a hat, but that right on the surface raw emotion has started to settle down. This diet, this weight loss journey is harder than that because it seems like it's never going to end. And even when I hit my goal, it's not going to end. Because you cannot hit your goal and then say, "Oh, I'm going back to eating the way I used to eat when I was fat." Well, you know what's going to happen if you do that? You're going to get fat again. I ain't telling you nothing you don't know. You can't lose the weight and then go back to eating whatever it is you wanted to eat when you was overweight and big and knowing you needed to go on a diet without expecting to gain that weight back. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I can't, when I get down to where I need to be, I can't start coasting and say, Now I'm going to get them Pringles and them little Debbie cakes and I'm going to partay. No, sir. I still have to stay away from them. And it's hard. So, us that have weight problems, who are going to always have weight problems, even if we're in a thinner body, we're going to have a weight problem if we don't maintain it in the same way as we lost it. We're going to have that issue with us the rest of our life. We just are. That's why there's so many Weight Watchers lifetime members, because they used Weight Watchers to lose the weight, and now they use Weight Watchers to maintain the weight because that's how they lost it, and it worked for them. So they're using it to maintain their weight loss so they don't gain it back. I have heard people say, I know y'all have too. I know y'all have, and I have. Well, if Weight Watchers works, then why are you still on it after you lose your weight? For the exact reason that I just told you. And you can plug in any diet plan that works for you. Well, if keto, let's just say, if keto works so good, why are you still on it? You done lost all your weight. Well, because that's how you lost your weight, so you need to keep going to keep your weight off, to not pack it back on. So the things that I've got to implement in my life are things that I'm going to have to keep the rest of my life. So look deep inside your heart and you will find a strength you never knew you had. I can believe that. I have done things, I'm going to mark this so we know we've already seen it. I have done things that I did not realize I could do. I did not realize I had the strength within me to do it. And I'm just like, girl, you were strong. You know, I have told several of y'all, you are stronger than you think. You have more grit and determination and strength inside of you than you realize you have. You've just got to learn to let it loose. You've got to learn to cultivate it and to use it, to bring it out to the surface and recognize it and say, you're strong. Look in that mirror and say, you are strong. And then go to town. That's what I've got to do. I've got to go up here and look in this mirror and say, if you have to do daily affirmations, then do them. Stick notes all around your mirror. People do that. That's a common practice, daily affirmations. I've never done them, but people swear by them. So if that's what you need to do, then you do it. But whatever it is, we got to learn to believe in ourselves that we can do all the things we were just talking about, that it can happen. We've got to know that just dreaming alone is not going to make anything under the shining sun happen. They say if you dream it, you can be it. You know Rocky Horror Picture Show? Some of y'all know it very well. Don't dream it, be it. I can't sing. He's singing that. Well, that's pretty much what we're talking about. You can dream it, but you got to be it. You got to put in the hard work. And you got to have the determination and the persistence. You can't just dream it into existence. Have the dream and then do what it takes to make the dream come true. Don't just, well, you can daydream, like I daydream what it would be like if I had unlimited money. Well, there's nothing I'm going to do to try to make that happen. Let's be honest. I'm not going to put in the work. I'm not going to put in the effort to doing whatever it is that you would have to find out to do to get unlimited wealth. There's nothing I know to do. I don't have any, hidden secrets. If I did, I'd have been done using them. But you can daydream stuff about that. But I'm talking about the dreams that you have that you really and truly want to come true. Those are the ones you have to put the work in. If you have to write them down in a book, I got my diet journal over here. I hadn't wrote in that thing, and I couldn't tell you when. And I got all kind of pages in it. Hold on a minute. I'm going to duck in front of you and get it, and I'll be right back. Okay, I found this big spiral bound at Walmart when I started my Weight Watchers journey. That was almost 5 years ago. I ain't filled it up yet, but the first page is, lined, the first section. We'll read that one. The middle section is this grid, and so there's a page I did. I'm not very artistic. I can't draw. I can use stickers and stuff like that, but I can't. I'm not artistic. I can trace, stuff like that. And then let's see. Okay, here's one. Oh, it's got owls on it. The back section is just plain paper. So there was one I made. So this book is just full of stuff like this. Quotes, stickers, little drawings. Look, I had some monkey stickers, so look what I did. This is a form of a junk journal because you put stickers in it, you're decorating it. There's places I have journaled, not many. I thought, I'll journal, but it didn't work out. So I need to keep my weight written down in here. I hadn't filled my, let's see, I've gone, I don't know how many pages. Ever since day one, I've been recording my weight in here. So I do it like that. 12:22 is the last time I recorded it, so I got to go to my app and put all my stuff in here. But if you need to get you a journal of some sort, I don't know if they still sell this kind or not, but I really, really like it. It's made by Markins. For you proper people, Markings, Marking, by C.E. Gibson. And it just doesn't say what it is, just 480 pages, a journal. The item number is MUN-19760, called a journal. So I really like it. Maybe I'll set it over here. Put something in that today. I got all my little markers and things back there I can use. And obviously I have a sticker or two. So if you need to write your dreams down, write them down. And then under that dream, write what you're going to do to accomplish. I've got something on my glasses. Write what you're going to do to accomplish that dream. Put down your steps. There's a word I'm looking for. I'm always looking for a word and I never can. Put down the steps that you're willing to take to achieve that dream. The things that you got to work on. The hard work that will come to make that dream come true. Maybe that's what I'll do today. Maybe I'll sit back here and write down my goal and the steps that I have to take to get me to that goal. I have to eat better. I need to track. I need to know how much protein I'm eating. I need to exercise. These are things that I need to do. Maybe you need to do them too. Maybe you're doing wonderful at them, but there's just something in there. Maybe your dream is not even weight related at all. Maybe your dream is to have a clean house. I have that dream too. I do not put the my house ain't filthy, but honey, don't bring no white gloves up in here because you're going to get them dirty. I'm not going to write down the steps, what I need to do, because that dream is not important enough for me to go full commando on. It's just not. A spotless house is not big on my. And it sounds terrible. It sounds like you're coming into a house that is filthy. I promise you, my house is not filthy. It is just not spotless. It is not Better Homes and Garden worthy. It is not White House presidential worthy. You see what I'm saying? So that's not even a dream of mine that it would be. I mean, I can dream like, oh, wouldn't it be nice? But then that's as far as it goes. It's not a dream that I'm willing to write down steps and take the steps and do the work. I'm just not. I'm just not willing to. I'm lazy. Call it. We'll call it what it is. Call spade a spade. Lazy. I do what I have to do to get by. Every now and then I'll get in a jag and, you know, go, deeper cleaning, but that's not on a regular basis. Some of y'all are probably just, your head's spinning right now because you couldn't think of being like that. But I know some of you, you're right there with me. I ain't alone. I see you, girl. I see you. So it doesn't have to just be a dream of weight loss. Maybe you're dreaming of a better position in your job. Well, write down what you can do to get that better position. Maybe you can take on extra projects. Maybe you can, I don't know, I don't want to say kiss up to the boss man because that sounds terrible. But, sometimes the squeaky wheel gets the grease. I'm just saying, if you want to move on up, figure out what it is that will get you there and do that. Make a plan. That's what we're going to do. We're going to make a plan. We're going to make a plan. Maybe I'll do that. I'll make a plan. Here's my plan and try to stick to it. I'm not good at sticking to things. I'm just not. I'm not. I'm a fly by the seat of my pants kind of gal. And I can have a plan. And if that plan all of a sudden just does not suit me anymore, I change plans. So I can't just rely that, okay, I got a plan written down, I'm gonna do it. But that's the hard work we got to put in. That's the hard work we were talking about. I've got to get over that and learn to do what I got to do. I've done it before. I have done the hard work and lost the weight. Hardly any of that 100 pounds come from weight loss surgery. Hardly any of it. I have done miserably since I've had the surgery. The majority of that 100 pounds came from me. Granted, it took 4 years, but I did it, and it was me. I'm not saying what I'm doing now ain't me, because it's me. I'll tell you. When I mess up, it's me. When I do good, it's me. It just is. But when I did all that work, I went through periods where I was a beast. I mean, I was a beast in weight loss mode. Working it, killing it. And then I get off. And then I don't care. I ain't doing it. I'm terrible at it. I don't even care no more. It'll happen if it happens, So we got to get our mindset right. That's one of the hard things is getting our mindset. I guess we probably should put that on the top of the list if we make a plan, or if we put our dreams down and we put the steps that we need to take, to accomplish that dream. The hardest thing is going to be our mindset. We got to get our mind in the right place, and I am working on that. You would think, somebody told me one time, a subscriber, and I didn't appreciate it. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't even remember who it was, and it's been a couple years ago. And even if I didn't remember who it was, I wouldn't call them out. They probably don't even watch no more. They were probably one of these people. Every now and then you have people that just fly by and comment little snotty remarks and keep flying. So there's no sense to reply to them because they're not going to come back and read it. So I just delete them and block them because they're just trolling for, just to be hateful. And she's like, when I was struggling at one point, I was having a hard time and I wasn't on plan, and I was like, I'm having trouble even wanting to do it. You know the routine. Some of y'all know exactly what I'm talking about. And she gave me some snotty ass remark about, well, you apparently don't want to do it. Your why is not strong enough. You don't even care about your why because you're not doing this and you're not doing that. So you don't even want it. Blah, 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 blah. I'm like, who are you talking to? Because I know you're not talking to me. Don't tell me my why ain't strong enough. My why is strong enough. I got whys back here on my board. My mind has the whys. I know why I need to do this. Just because I'm having trouble doing it does not make my whys go away. Does not mean that I don't want. Just because I'm having trouble doing what I'm doing now does not mean I don't want my knees fixed. That's the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard in my life. Just because you get mad at your husband and you pout at him or whatever it is we women do, don't mean you don't love him. It just means you're going through a hard time. Just because y'all have a fight don't mean y'all don't still love each other and want your marriage to work. It just means you're going through a hard time. Two people that live together are going to have a fight. There's two different personalities. There's a man and there's a woman. Oh my gosh. We could talk about that for days. We're going to clash. We're going to butt heads sometimes. But that does not mean that your core love for each other goes away. If I get mad at David, that don't mean I don't love him. It just means he got on my nerves. So don't come at me with, if I'm struggling, you must not want them knees replaced. Well, yes, I do. I'm just struggling to get there. So ease up. Keep your little snotty remarks to yourself. That's how I feel about it. Is that how y'all feel about it? Do y'all feel the same way? If you're getting off track, do you want somebody telling you, well, then you just don't want it? I would never tell you that. I would never tell you that. Some of you have told me you didn't just get off the track. You threw the wagon down and set it on fire. It happens. I would never tell you if that happened. Well, then apparently you don't want your goal. You want to stay fat the rest of your life. You don't even want to do anything. If you're off that bad, then you don't want it. That's utterly ridiculous. No. So I took big offense to that comment. And if you're thinking it right now, I'm taking offense to it. And you haven't even told me, but I'm taking offense to it. Because just because I'm struggling does not mean I don't want the things that I want. It just means I'm having a hard time attaining them at this moment in time. This afternoon, something could just hit me. A wave could hit me. A wave of determination could hit me, and I could just go full-on beast mode again. Could happen tomorrow. You just don't know. You just got to keep trying. That's why you don't give up, because you don't never know when it's going to hit. If you're not trying, it's never going to hit. If you're not in the game, if you're playing basketball, if you're sitting on the sidelines, you're never going to make that goal because you're not in the game. You got to be in the game. So, y'all, we're going to stay in the game. We're going to drill the ball. We might shoot that ball and miss, but you know what? There's going to come a day when we shoot that ball and it's going to be nothing but net. You hear me? Nothing but net. That's what I'm aiming for. And it's going to happen. It's going to happen the harder we try. We're going to get there. We're going to reach it. We're going to, and that's for whatever goals you have in your life. I'm talking mainly about weight loss because that's pretty much what our motivational Mondays are about. I say we're going to talk about other stuff, but then these little things pop up, and it applies so big to weight loss that's what we end up talking about. And that's what most of us are here all about. So that's all we'll talk about today. Let's dream, but let's put the steps down, whether you write them down or you put them in your mind or whatever. Make a vision board, put them on that, make you a vision board, get you a piece of poster paper, poster board, and put it on there, put stickers on it, draw on it, cut stuff out of magazines, anything that'll help you visualize the steps you need to take. I don't care if you paste pictures of apples and oranges out of a magazine to tell you to eat fruits and vegetables, because that's what you need to do. That's one of the steps that you want to take to get to where you need to be. Just whatever you got to do, you do it. So that'll be all for me today. Now, I got a chatting haul for y'all tomorrow. And then, I guess, menu planning grocery haul on Wednesday. Thursday is my February wrap up to see how much weight I lost. And it's going to be abysmal. It's going to be abysmal because the big loss I had, I pretty much negated it with the gains I had. So if I don't lose this weight, which I'm really trying, then I don't know. It's going to be embarrassing. It's probably going to be embarrassing because people automatically assume you had weight loss surgery, it's going to fall off of you just like butter. That ain't happened to me because I ain't done the work properly. So I can blame my leg for part of it, but not all of it. So I won't take that way out of saying, oh well. I'll give it part of it because fluid, that you're retaining, that's part of it, but it's not all of it. And I won't say it is. So then I'll be back for that on Thursday, and then we'll see after that what happens. So that's all I know for today. I hope you have a really good week. I hope you pick out your dream and decide what you're going to do to make that dream come true, that you take that first step and you put in that hard work. And I'm saying that to myself. Please do it, self. All right, well, that's all I know for today, and I will see you in my next video.